our house. That will be the big conversation, probably in jeopardy this afternoon.
Yeah, and it looks, Randy, from the map that you've been posting, that severity really does sit across our area.
So it's basically, it's riding a ridge, right? So all the storms pop up and kind of in the Great Lakes region up toward Milwaukee and into Chicago, and then they drop south. Okay. The general track they took last night was straight toward Columbus. Tonight or later this afternoon, it'll kind of favor moving toward us. So as we take a look at what's going on right now on the radar, not a whole lot of action. There are some scattered showers in our area. We've had a little bit of lightning, but right now, some spotty sprinkles really in some of our eastern communities right along Route 68 and areas to the east. If you're heading out the door right now, you might notice a couple little specks of rain on the windshield. But check out what's going on just to the east of Columbus. These communities highlighted in the red here, these are ongoing flash flood warnings just to the east of Columbus, in through Lancaster, Logan, down in through areas like MacArthur, seeing some very intense rainfall. There were reports of 5 to 7 inches of rain in some of these locations. So flash flooding, a major concern here, and just a heads up that this is the type of situation that we could see as we go through the day and into the evening. We're going to shift to the north here and take a look at the storms that I was talking about that'll flare up as we go through the day. Kind of the ignition zone is here up toward Lake Michigan, and then they drop to the south. And every round of storms influences the atmosphere, right? So if this morning we stay pretty quiet, there's a lot of energy left for the afternoon storms to work with. If we do get this round kind of dropping south in our direction and we get some morning storms, that could potentially bring down the strength of afternoon and evening thunderstorms. So we do have to kind of wait and see how this goes. But if you've stepped outside, you can feel it. There is so much humidity in the air, and all of this kind of will tap into that and basically create intense downpours like wringing out a wet sponge. So for our area today, heavy rainfall is a major concern, and you can see the excessive rainfall outlook basically takes a swath from Indy to Cincy all the way in through Charleston as the main focus for repeated rounds of heavy rainfall today, some lightning possible as well. And as far as severe weather goes, damaging winds are the primary concern. We could have winds gusting 60 to 75 miles an hour in storms today. So the Storm Prediction Center has placed our area in the orange here, which is an enhanced risk for severe weather. Damaging winds, the main concern as far as severe weather goes. Can't rule out a tornado in our region. As we take a look at the flood alerts, National Weather Service already has this up, a watch that goes through Wednesday morning to give you a heads up of the potential for those storms. So let's take a look at the Futurecast this morning, picking up on the cloudy skies, the muggy air, and the potential for some early morning scattered showers. As we go through the late morning and lunchtime, very steamy air in place, and then more storms will start to fire up in northern portions of Indiana and drop our way by the middle of the afternoon. You can see this is showing right around I-70 by mid-afternoon and then falling in our direction into the evening with very intense downpours, lightning, and maybe some gusty winds kind of on that leading edge of the storm. This will drop in this evening, followed by more intense rounds overnight. So heavy rain and flash flooding will continue to be a possibility as we get into Tuesday or into Wednesday. I would expect additional rounds of strong storms. You can see this one showing another heavy round for Columbus in the morning, and then dropping some storms in our direction as we head through the day on Wednesday. Again, potential for some very intense downpours and at least some possibility of severe weather in our area. So here are our severe weather threats. Main concerns: strong winds, potential for wind damage, some power interruptions possible, and flooding. These will be the biggest possibility for us. Could there be a tornado warning in our region? Yes. Could some bigger storms produce some hail? Yes, but wind and flooding are the primary concerns. So here's your timeline this morning: a very humid start, scattered rain early, and then it will pick up this afternoon and evening. Severe weather threat, strong wind, heavy rain, few tornadoes possible. And then the rest of the week, the rain and thunderstorm threat continues, which means the flood threat continues until we get to Friday morning, when a cold front comes through and shuts off the waterworks and at least briefly drops some of the humidity. So for today, again, it is a weather alert day. In the morning, I've got the impact symbol, more run-of-the-mill showers, maybe a thunderstorm. It's the mid-afternoon and evening hours where we have the bigger chance for the more intense downpours. Rainfall rates could be 2 inches an hour in some of those storms, producing the possibility of high water. Tomorrow, storms are likely Thursday, they become more scattered. And then Friday morning, a cold front comes through. So we'll have rain and storms early on Friday, a drier afternoon and evening, and humidity slowly drops on Friday. You'll probably really notice a difference for Saturday. And then another front Sunday into Monday really will have more refreshing air waiting for us in the middle of next week.
All right, Randy, thank you. Some of the biggest names in tennis returning